Hi friends! This is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to First Snow Part 3. Poke Totoro in the upper high card area, see the other two. It's fun. It's cute. It's cute and fun. Fun. Fun with the bun. So anyways, besides that, I'm glad you're here. I am enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this. What's going on last time was we got to see Allison feeling and admitting to herself that she feels uncomfortable and homesick, which is an important first step. It's understandable. It's your first time away from home, so that's cool. The family friend she's living with, Rose, she is like BA, like a woman sitting there like, no, I'm just happily fixing up my bike. No big deal. I've got so many tattoos, it's chill. It's fun. It's really fun. And then at the same time, you have that with the discussions around this new art club. We got to learn of our favorite friendly Wallace, who gave us some information as Elena's friend that she is not as cold-hearted as she seems, even though she wants to be alone. And so Allison had a couple of run-ins with her, and it seemed to be fairly comfortable, which is actually really cool. I love this game. I'm gonna get into the details into it later. This is part 3. We're still in Act 2, so jumping straight in. Boop, 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 boop. Load. Here we go. The cafeteria hums away as students talk among themselves, the room having mostly filled up by now. Turning this down so I don't hear myself. I still hear myself. That's the whole thing with this recording software. I actually listen to myself as I record. It's interesting. The thought briefly passes my mind that winter might be great for business, given this being the closest place for cheap food during bad weather. Yeah, that's true. Some smears on the edge of the plate are all that remains of the mostly cooked pasta served today. What's left of my accompanying soda bubbling away while I pass some time browsing this site and that. With your cute little phone. Oh, I love your little cat clip there. That's cute. Oh, hi, boobs. Oh, hi. As I read, a shadow suddenly looms over the other side of the table. Looking up from my phone reveals a very familiar figure. Eileen. Eileen peers down as she stands on the opposite side of the table, a large plate of food steaming away in her hand. Fresh pasta sauce, strong enough to smell from here. Okay to sit here? Sure. I quickly set my phone down as she takes a seat and arranges her tray on the table, happy that she'd choose to sit with me. I glance around to see if anyone's with her makes me realize why she probably chose to sit here. The cafeteria is practically full, and this is simply the nearest table with space available. About to take her first gulp of food, Eileen's fork halts midair before saying something. Cold any better? Oh, yeah, clearing up now. Good to hear. With that, she starts on her pasta and salad. As I take my phone to browse some more, Eileen calmly eats the average at best cafeteria food. It feels as though there's no need to chat just to fill the air. The silence between us is becoming more comfortable. That is, before I get a message. Can't make dinner, work sucks. Oh, is that Rose? Flicking away the browser app, I take a quick look. You were getting groceries yesterday, right? Anything in the fridge? Seconds tick by as I wait for a response. Sense of concern starting to take over. Rose. This is literally 7 minutes. You were just sitting here. Sorry. Rose. Work needs me. See you later. All I can do is sigh, slump down in my seat as I lay my phone on the table. So you sat there in comfortable silence for 7 minutes. That's a very uncomfortable piece of time there. Just saying. Aline looks at me in puzzlement, her fork hovering near her mouth. And she's still eating after 7 minutes. Slow eater, I take it then. Bad news? Roommate forgot to do groceries. We're out of food. Can't you grab a burger on your way home? That would be the plan. If I wasn't nearly through my allowance, I'd just look away and groan. Not up to outright saying that I'm broke. It's that bad, huh? At first glance, she shrugs as she goes back to eating, but she seems to be actually in thought after watching her a bit. Eventually, after finishing her food, she speaks up. I guess I was cooking some extra anyway. Uh-huh. You can come over for dinner if you want. It's within walking distance. The suggestion's enough to make me bolt upright in an instant. What? To your place? Yeah. Should be fine, right? You okay with stir fry? Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this. Sure. Whatever. Just don't make it weird. Considering the discussion over, Aline goes back to finishing off her food without much concern for what she's just said. Maybe she does have a good side. Maybe. Just maybe. Stopping before the large black door, I repeat the address Aline gave me to reassure myself I've come to the right place. Aline's definition of walkable is apparently rather different than mine. Still catching my breath from the hike. I thought I was going to be fine, but my nerves are getting the better of me now that I'm here. I'm going into a near stranger's home, after all, and it'll be just the two of us. In school, we just happen to be around each other, but this is entirely different. Uh-huh. Glancing down the hall to make sure nobody's watching me awkwardly loiter around, I take a moment to appreciate how nice her apartment building is. It's a nice area and everything inside is immaculate. Even the hallway carries a slight scent of cleaning products. I was about to say that, it does look like a nice apartment building. And I love the moments. This is what I was trying to say earlier, and I think I said it a lot last time. I love these moments in which it's very human. It's very much like I look around to make sure no one sees me awkwardly loitering while I'm sitting here and thinking about all of how nice this place is. Because that's like, it makes it more relevant. It makes it more in the moment. It makes it feel more organic. I love the writing on this. It's just beautiful top tier writing. Oop, where are we going? Ding dong! Out of excuses, I stall to stall any longer. I take a breath and gingerly press the doorbell, its muffled chime ringing out from behind the door. I run my hands through my hair one last time to make sure I look presentable as footsteps come to the door. Just, everything's fine. No, I would totally do the same. I'd probably be like, The plain wooden door swings open. Answered by... Da-da-da! Not Aline. Oh, no! Wallace! Get out of here. It's going to be a date! Oh. Evening. Oh, that smile. You're cute. Before I can ask if I got the right apartment, he turns around. Allison's here. Wallace jerks his head around for me to follow. I immediately do so, still too confused to get a word out. Aline didn't mention he would be here. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I should be relieved it's not just the two of us? Whoa, this is an artsy apartment. Like, holy heck. This is the apartment I, wish I could have owned any time in my existence. Ha 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 ha. Oh my god, look at that island! Oh my goodness! Oh, it's so pretty, and they've got these spiral lights, and there's probably Elaine's paintings everywhere. And oh my god, look at that 80s cup chair, too. I know I'm supposed to read, but, I'm just kind of enthralled by this open concept apartment that they have. Whew. Barely noticing the thud of the door closing behind me, I take a quick glance around her apartment as I place my coat on the counter. The first striking thing is how clean it is, with everything but put neatly in its place. Then again, aside from a few paintings on the wall that are possibly her own, there's not much clutter around to clean up. Television, quite a decent size for students, sits on a cable news channel. Riveting as the economic situation report is, it's barely audible over the clacking rice cooker coming from the kitchen. As Wallace and I stride in, Aline comes to her feet after having been on the couch. She lazily covers a deep yawn with her hand as she does. Hi. So you managed to find the place. Welcome to my home, I guess. I'd introduce you to this guy as well, but it seems you two already know each other. Wallace and I exchange a brief glance. Just had coffee together once. Well, I did find his size intimidating at first. He seems a bit of a gentle giant figure now that I'm around him more. Looks like this isn't going to be dinner for just me and Aline then. Taking one last glance about, the inside of her place is as nice as the inside. From the meticulous cleanliness to the trendy furniture, her home looks more suited to a design magazine than a student's living area. Yeah? I was about to say, this is intense. Your apartment's really nice. Thanks. I try to keep things organized. Especially when visitors are over. Oh, Wallace. Aline glares daggers at Wallace, but he doesn't pay them any heed. The two seem to have a good handle on each other. Moving on. Wallace, just watch TV or something while we get dinner started. Can do. Bye. Thanks again for letting me have dinner with you. Don't get too comfortable. I'm going to make you work for your food. Aline motions for me to come over with her, but the gesture was unnecessary, giving her commanding tone. Wallace gives a dreary glance as he follows his orders, and I quickly do the same. Over in this immaculate kitchen. Oh, look at that! Oh, they're so pretty! Oh my goodness. I love all of these vegetables. I know I'm like freaking out over vegetables and you're like, Dainty, why? And the answer is, I am not good at timely cooking. I will shop aspirationally and then ultimately fail at cooking them. And so I might get all of these items, but I might fail to cook 90% of them. And the 10% is like a questionable half of a bell pepper. I end up standing before a well-used wooden cutting board. Taking the large knife Aline offers me before sizing up the variety of vegetables awaiting its blade. Don't think she notices my hesitation as she opens the rice cooker and gives the contents a stir. Do you want to stir a rice cooker? I didn't think so. I thought it was like set and forget. The two of us waste little time in getting to work. The sound of food being prepared filling the room. Great job with the sound effects there. Little chopping noise, that's great. Unfortunately, it isn't long before I've earned Aline's ire. Stop! My heart practically leaps out of my chest as I immediately freeze, hands retreating from the cutting board. Did I hand you a hatchet? No. Then why are you using that as one? It looks like you're trying to lap off some fingers. Oh, large chops. In response to my puzzled look, she takes the knife off of me and starts demonstrating the correct technique herself. Thought you'd be more help than him in fixing this up. Look, curl your hand and right next to where you want to cut like this. I use the knife like a lever instead of wildly hacking away. We're making nice, slow slices. Not some slasher B-movie scene. Right, I think I have it. Aline hands the knife back, and after a breath to steady myself, I have another try. Boobs. Sorry, it's just they keep framing it. She soon starts frowning as I slice away, but at least she's not yelling at me again. I guess you don't cook for yourself? Her eyes rested on the collection of lopsided shapes sitting beside me. I'm lucky if I don't mess up instant noodles. Oh, this is cute, guys. I thought those were impossible to get wrong. I'm genuinely impressed. You do all your own cooking? Not like I have anyone else to cook for me. Healthier than living off pizza and burgers, too. What about Wallace? Aren't you roommates? No, he just lives around here sometimes. I've tried to get him to help, but he's no better than you are. I'm always feeding him and letting him crash on my couch. He even bugs me for free pictures for his writing. Okay. She sets down her knife in genuine, She sets down her knife in genuine, if depressing, thought. That was really cute, guys. Maybe we should just become roommates. I think I'm starting to get a handle on this relationship now. As strange a pair as they might seem, the stern and uncompromising Aline and gentle giant Wallace seem like they're an incompatible couple. Surprised you're not. I thought you might be together. Nope, just friends. So much for that. She waves away the idea so easily that it must have come up before. In fact, back at the cafe, Wallace seemed quick to clarify that too. Wallace's voice pipes up from behind us. You know, it's not often Aline invites someone else over for dinner. I don't invite anyone over for dinner. You just show up most of the time. Including now, actually. I've had to put up with him like this since high school. I guess no one else would. Objection. I'm the one who puts up with you. I'm the one currently holding a knife. Touché. Objection withdrawn. With that, he goes back to quietly watching television. I'm starting to get how Aline deals with others in general now. She simply has no filter when it comes to stating what she believes to be true. That can be a problem just as much as shyness, though. Thinking back to when we met, the only reason I didn't write the episode with her off is Caprice and Wallace nudging me afterwards. But here she is, looking after her friend and providing me with a meal. It took a while, but I'm glad I met her in the end. Perhaps that's why it's a little worrisome that she lives alone like this. You normally do this without anyone here to help? You don't need to say that like it's a bad thing. There's all sorts in the world. Some are better with people than others. Living alone suits me, and I can afford it. You know Caprice though, don't you? So you're not completely alone besides Wallace. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Tell me, how did you and Caprice meet? We were sitting at the same table in biology lecture, and she started passing me notes during class out of the blue. Once we started talking afterwards, she didn't really stop. That's the way it goes with her. Once you get caught in her orbit, she doesn't let you go. Caprice isn't that bad. She's a sweet person, just high energy. She gives an non-committal grunt before getting on with her cooking. I do wish she'd give her a chance. Caprice does only mean the best for her. Moving away from that, could you grab the plates and glasses? These shouldn't be long to fry. Root beer, please. He is so cute. Water is healthier. Allison, please save me from this woman. Wallace. All I can do is give a weak smile. Much as I'd like to give him what he asked for, following Aline's orders would probably be for the best. With all of us well and truly full, we sit around the table and savor the meal we've had. It was the best food I've had in a while, since it was never takeout nor cooked by Rose. Having sent a text message to her for her pickup, all that's left is to run down the clock as the evening wears on. Looking around the apartment, I point to one of the paintings on the wall. Did you paint all these? Yeah. Really need to find something else to put up there, though. But why? They're really good. I appreciate the thought. All of them have dumb little mistakes, though. Just needed something to make the walls less bare when I moved in. And never got around to replacing them. You like painting people in particular, don't you? Just into portraits and figures. And everything in between. Modern art's all well and good, but I started with figure drawing and ended up attached to it. Bodies are particularly fascinating when you think about them. Really think about them, that is. I spent days just sitting there sketching, trying to work out how the muscles fit together, how lighting interacts with skin, and all that. The way she rattles off her thoughts with such feeling gives away how much she cares about the subject. I can't say that I take it quite as seriously as she does, but I can see where she's coming from. Interested in this stuff, Allison? Me? I just drew a little in high school. Passing the time. That kind of thing. Nothing wrong with that. I sketch on my tablet. And Aline gives pointers sometimes. Maybe I should throw you to the wolves and tell Caprice you like doing art as well. You wouldn't. I'm thinking about it. I can't help but giggle a bit at the two of them. Yeah, even as they do, there's a small pang of envy there. I can empathize with Aline keeping her group of friends small. But I do wish I were closer to her. In more ways than one. She's who I wish I could be. Uh-huh. Do you want to be her? Or do you want to be with her? Or do you want to be friends with her? That is the question of queer women. The familiar sound of a motorbike's horn can be faintly heard outside, bringing on the end to both my thoughts and this little outing. That for you? Giving a nod, I get up from my chair and collect my coat from Aline's helpful hand, quickly throwing it over myself. Thanks for tonight. It was really nice. Not wanting to keep Rose waiting, I gave Wallace goodbye as I wave Wallace goodbye as I take my leave, with Aline coming along to see me out the door. Got everything with you? Thanks, Mom. I quickly pat around my pockets to make sure I'm there. Phone, purse, keys, they all seem to be there. All good? I'll see you then. If you want to come around again, feel free. If I'm not too much trouble, that'd be nice. I do a poor job of hiding my happiness at the offer. My reply, just a little too quick to sound natural. Believe me, you're no trouble. It honestly does me good to see you a bit more upbeat. I tilt my head a little at the odd idea. You seemed kind of skittish before, but now you're all sunshine and rainbows, and it suits you. That's cute, guys. Oh, sorry. I'm a bit shy. Not to mention a bit homesick. Being able to talk with friends outside school was a nice change. Not to mention having a homemade meal. Even if it didn't help that much, it did take my mind off things. Eventually, as my mind slowly manages to get back to gear, I muster the words to say what I want to tell her as I get past being so flustered. If you don't mind me being around for dinner, maybe being together in a club wouldn't be so bad? She hesitates for a good few moments, making me doubt myself as I offer the suggestion as carefully as possible. She knows I like her as a person, so hopefully she can look past previous experiences. Just as I begin to think I've overstepped the mark, she gives an almost comically long sigh. The horn sounds again, and in the distance a silence reigns, but my feet stay plastered as she comes to an answer. Fine. Tell Caprice she can have her dumb club. Thank you. Just don't make me regret it. With an enthusiastic nod and a wave, I start off down the hall once more, Elaine disappearing into her apartment as I look back. Even as I walk down the hallway, my steps somehow feel lighter than they did as I entered. Being around others usually makes me exhausted, but right now, I feel more comfortable than ever. Uh-huh. There's a reason. Maybe. Boop, boop, boo. New place. Hi, Caprice. Wallace! It's nice to see you again. How's it going? I'm not joining this club thing. if that's what you're thinking. But word on the street was that pizza was involved. Besides, I don't think I can deal with the both of you without some backup. I'm not that much trouble, am I? Oh. Remind me who persuaded me into agreeing to this again. She's got a point. You're the last person who should be agreeing with her. Smiling and sitting back to the old wooden chair, I take a look about the noisy room. Everyone inside must be thankful for the heat being turned up, the weather outside having been freezing before we entered. There's a certain charm to the restaurant, giving its exposed, aging brick walls and wooden furniture, however hard it may be. It takes a bit of speaking up for us to hear each other over the busily chatting couples and groups around us, but like Dad said, the more people at a restaurant, the better the food will be. Yeah. I noticed Aline eyeing Wallace's beer in an unsettled manner, the large glass perspiring away like in the commercial. I'd taken his apparent age as just his beard making him look older, but I guess he really does have a few years on us. Man, I miss beer. It goes so well with this. Here I was thinking you were far too uptight to do something like underage drinking. Wait, if they went to high school together, right? Then Aline might be older by a little bit then. Oh wait, no, Wallace says you're underage drinking. How do you guys know each other from high school? But are you just like one grade apart? Remember that trip to Europe me and my family took last year? You think I just drank soda over there? Well, I was in Munich, Wallace. I mean, really. Oh man. Caprice and I only smile at her little lecture. Don't be sad, Aline. It's only a couple more years. Then you can drink all you want. Oh, you're 19? Oh yeah, we had that whole scene. And then Allison's 18, right? The look of pure and unrelenting disdain Aline gives her at being reminded of the weight goes gleefully ignored, which is probably for the best. Our chatter is interrupted by the arrival of a waiter. A weedy young man, clad in a plain red and black uniform. It's impressive how well he maneuvers all of our pizzas and sides onto the table, all of our mouths watering as they steam away. With a curt, "Please enjoy," he leaves us to our feast. Damn, they're fast here. Best pizza place in the city! How many have you actually tried? Doesn't matter, since I've already tried this place. She says, busily shoveling a slice of pizza into her mouth. Aline starts on hers, but mine catches the eye of Wallace. Vegetarian? You're not a leaf eater, are you? He says this with genuine concern in his voice. I just like the taste. The answer satisfies him as he goes back to work on his own. The fact it's a meat lover's pizza is less than surprising. Think you can take the wallet hit for tonight? No problem. Yeah, no problem. It's a little sad how obviously she's trying to convince herself of the fact the only reason that I'm not having a quick check myself is because I budgeted the trip days in advance. Even Wallace looks like he's doubting himself a little. Such is life of a struggling college student. Sure is. Really need to get a job. You don't have one either? I'm planning to get one. And when will you? Soon. Aline just grimaces. She got me. How's working at the store, Wallace? Not exactly riveting, but it's a living. As I turn to Aline, she just shrugs as she pulls out another slice. No job and no excuse like studying? Guess I'm a slacker like Caprice. Given her apartment, it's a surprise she can afford to live in that area and pay her tuition at the same time. I have to admit, I am envious of how she seems to have her life together. I've never met someone so independent, yet doing such a good job at it. Wallace momentarily brings his phone up to check the time, spurs Caprice into action. Her twisting about in her seat and fussing around and with her coat draped over the back takes everyone's attention. Caprice? She finally rights herself after a few moments, her own phone proudly in hand. Let's exchange phone numbers. As a club, we have to stay in contact. I quickly turn to grab my phone while Caprice tries to talk a very reluctant Wallace into going along with her plan. His dreary look makes me feel a little sorry for him, especially as he cracks and gives up. I was about to say, both of them have the, like, they have that fuck my life look down to a science. It's just like this is very impressive. At least she and I are already sorted. It wasn't long after we met that Caprice asked to exchange contact details with me. I take my phone in hand and look to Aline instead, who looks up from eating with a little interest. Don't want to? She just shrugs. I feel myself deflate a little from the excitement of earlier, having overestimated how close we'd managed to come. I don't really use it much. Reading the room as she glances around, she reluctantly pulls out an ancient-looking flip phone. Can't help but stare in stunned silence at such a relic. It's not that weird, is it? I just never had a use for a fancy one. Oh, she's unsure. It's definitely weird. I was gonna try and get everyone in this group on this group messaging app too. What's wrong with calling? You know that thing phones were made for? Thoughts I had of possibly messaging Aline start to vanish. You were like, hey, let me just slip into her DMs there. I can't imagine her actually wanting to text anyone with that thing. And even the idea of calling somebody fills me with anxiety. Yeah, that's fair. And like nowadays, it's actually like almost rude just to call someone. It's like, oh my god, who's dying? You just want to talk? You monster. Give me, text me a time. We'll figure out and coordinate a time over text. And then we will schedule the call so that way I can panic for the 30 minutes before the call. And then be able to manage my customer service voice enough to be able to get onto a phone call with you. Don't you know how this works? Anyways. As for Aline, I think I might have inadvertently disappointed her by not tempering Caprice's reaction. With a quiet falling over the table, we end up concentrating on our cooling pizza rather than our phones. So, I was right? Best pizza place! At least Caprice's endless enthusiasm and bright nature come in useful sometimes. The mood's instantly lifting. You were right. Wallace gives a thumbs up as he tries to grab some cheese falling off the slice he's working on. They don't skimp on the toppings, do they? Alright, listen up everyone. My first executive decision as club president coming here is now a regular event. Don't try your luck. You've got my art room and a warm body for the numbers you needed. That's it. So cold. I'll come here with you. Don't worry. See, Allison's a true friend. She slips her hand around mine and pulls us together tightly, not knowing how I should react. I end up nervously smiling while freeing myself, flushing from the contact. I guess I'm just happy to hear her call me a friend. At least you've got Caprice with you as company during the day, for better or worse. Come on, Aline. You're not jealous, are you? You and I can hang out at the club all the time now, too. Are you trying to make me reconsider it? Caprice satisfies herself with pouting as she makes a big bite of her pizza. Aline might have agreed to the club, but I do wonder if the two will ever really get along. It's probably for the best that I'll be around to mediate. I'm glad things turned out this way in the end. Something about Aline feels different from high school friends, or Caprice, every time we become a little closer feels like a small victory. Uh-huh, something feels a little different, eh? Eh? Uh-huh. As Caprice grins at me, I realize that I'm smiling widely. I guess things really did turn out well. Hey, Elaine? Yes. How do you say cheers in Germany? Usually Prost. Why? She looks suspicious until Caprice raises her glass of lemonade. The other side of the table groans loudly, but I've already begun to lift my glass in preparation, now left awkwardly dangling it in midair. We're not doing this. Come on, this is a celebration, right? Wallace, help me out here. Playing the Switzerland card. I'm not even in the club, remember? You're still here, celebrating though. See, Allison's in for it. Well, that's one way to drag me into this. All I can do is awkwardly smile and an apology as the others grimaced. Aww. Well, they might hesitate to follow our diminutive new leader. Wallace and Eileen begrudgingly left their glasses in solidarity with me. Even if her enthusiasm might not be matched, there is some sense of camaraderie between us all. So I raise my glass, I realize that familiar feeling is no longer weighing me down. For the first time in a while, I don't feel the unease of loneliness. Aw. In the end, maybe that's enough for me to toast this new club and the friends in it. Aww. There we go. To our new club! Prost! Prost. That's so cute, guys. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. Falling snow. This is really pretty, guys. Alright, everyone out. Sorry, I'm just sitting there thinking, was that the end? And this is now Act 3? I might have gotten the acts wrong. Maybe. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop it here. I've had a great time playing this, as you can tell. I was so riveted, I got myself stuck on wires. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you're having fun with Fresh Snow. It's a lot, and it's more than I thought it was. I'm very impressed with everything here. This might be the start of Act 2, and that was the end of Act 1, which might be the thing. So, let me look that up. It might be Prologue, Act 1, Act 2, and if so, we're in Act 2 now. So, anyways, I hope you are enjoying this. I hope you're having just as much fun as I am on this. I think that Allison's got such a huge crush, but she just does not understand at all that, like, it's a crush, and it's not just, I really want to be friends with this really cool person. Oh, sweetheart. Little baby gay. baby gay. On the flip side, Wallace and Eileen, as it's just like a fun friend, like, pairing, is great. I wonder what Elaine's, like, family is, like, doing as their profession for her to be going into doing art as a teacher and still making enough money to do that. Because honestly, our teachers don't make that much money, at least in the States. I don't know exactly where this is set, so at least in the States, they don't make enough money to do that sort of thing. Anyways, I hope you're having fun. I hope you subscribe, you click like, the ring button for the notifications of stuff and things, and that you let me know what your thoughts are on all of this down below. Is Allison the baby is gay? Yes, no? Thumbs up if yes, because I'm fairly sure it's thumbs up there. Alright, with that, I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye!